The people getting pardoned from jail or having their charges absolved should be compensated for loss of income and the challenges they had to face due to the charges that they had. Biden admits that the drug war and the policies were a failed policy. He advocated for some pretty strict punishments for people using drugs. So these people should be compensated for loss of income and loss of life that they had to lose by being in jail.
We're nearing the end of the year, which for most of us signifies the holiday season, but for sitting U.S. presidents, it is pardoning season. At the end of the calendar year, presidents typically use their pardon power as an expression of forgiveness, sort of a lesson in empathy.
More so, it's usually about trying to uh, regain some support, especially if they're looking to run uh, for another term. Biden is losing support, so he wants to try to get some get some support back.
For Donald Trump, his pardon list included Steve Bannon and Paul Manafort and Charles Kushner and Roger Stone, which is Donald Trump's version of a lesson in forgiveness and empathy, I guess. Today, President Biden announced his pardon list, 11 people he is granting clemency. And if you do not recognize their names, that is because they are not political allies of the president. They also didn't engage in efforts to overturn a presidential election. They have that in common.
The fact that all these people aren't being released is messed up. Some people have had life in prison. They should be released, but their sentence is just getting commuted.
These are just people who deserved a second chance and who were granted that second chance as part of an effort the president first announced a little over a year ago.
As I said when I ran for president, no one should be in jail just for using or possessing marijuana. It's already legal in many states, and criminal records for marijuana possession have led to needless barriers to employment, to housing, to educational opportunities. Too many lives have been upended because of our failed approach to marijuana. It's time that we right these wrongs.
And it's not just lives were upended, but a lot of people died by the hands of the cops over just some cannabis. Uh, those people will never get their lives back. The families will never get them back. Yet, I doubt the government will actually try to compensate these people in any way.
That was President Biden just before the 2022 midterm, announcing a sweeping pardon for thousands of people convicted of marijuana possession under federal law. And today, President Biden took it a step further, building upon last year's action by pardoning thousands more who were convicted of use and possession of marijuana on federal land. The White House says that this move is meant to help thousands overcome hurdles to finding employment and housing. But it's also evidence of a profound shift in this country when it comes to recreational use of marijuana, which is now legal in 24 states, more than half the population of the United States.
Well, the government can't lie anymore about like cannabis being bad when that used to be why they wanted to criminalize it. Uh, Started with like reefer madness and people claiming that cannabis will cause black people to feel equal to white people, and they had to, make it illegal and various other reasons. Uh, the laws against cannabis wasn't like based on rationality or anything of the sort.
Even Republicans, who normally waste no opportunity to criticize President Biden, have mostly stayed mum on this issue. For both the people granted clemency here and American politics on whole, you might call it a Christmas miracle.
It's not a Christmas miracle. It's just Biden desperate to get some support back since he's losing support over his support of the Israeli government committing genocide.